from the Royal Scots Club in Edinburgh. Welcome to our viewers on Sky Sports News as we confirm this blockbuster. Firstly, the challenger from Chorley in Lancashire. He's unbeaten in 26 with 13 knockouts. El Gato, Jack Catterall. And now, the pride of Edinburgh and Scotland, undefeated, undisputed super lightweight champion of the world, the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor.
Guys, thank you. Just square up again if you can, thanks. Boys, I'll just go a few seconds. Get the fists up, guys, and look back. Both up, please. What's this? Thank you very much.
Okay, so good afternoon and welcome to those of you that are joining us live on our Sky Sports stream. Head of Boxing Adam Smith is with me, and Adam, that's pretty tense head-to-head there. I don't want to speak too loudly. They're closer than I thought, and the room is quieter than I thought as well, but that sets it up perfectly.
It was a long face-to-face, and then the the photographers wanted some different shots, and I heard Josh saying, I'm sick of looking at you already. So look, the needle's already there, but there's a huge amount of respect for between the pair, I'm sure. Jack Catterall's waited a long time for this moment, and he sort of allowed Josh to go and fight Jose Ramirez, which was good of him. It was an amazing performance from Josh Taylor, obviously one of the standout wins in recent years. He's the undisputed champion now, and true to his word, he gives Jack Catterall the opportunity, and that opportunity was going to happen, Andy, next week. But of course, an injury to Josh, and it's been rescheduled, and we have to wait a little longer. But it's part of an absolute firestorm of January to February in 2022. We've got Eubank Williams on the 30th of January, then we've got the Khan Brook fight in Manchester on the 19th, and the 26th we're in Glasgow for this one. Huge fight.
And they're going to get used to the sight of each other because today it's heavily slanted in Josh Taylor's favour. We'll be going for some shots at the castle, but he then has to get on the plane. We'll do this all again tomorrow down in Oxford Street, and that'll be Jack's turn to be top billing, I suppose, in his hometown. Well, home territory, not hometown. I don't want to upset any Lancastrians.
Yeah, Chorley and Lancashire's his home, but I think it's obviously it's a big media tour. It's a two-city tour, and I think that's important because it's a huge fight, and I think everybody needs to know that. Josh Taylor, the only man to have ever in the UK won all 4 belts. It's a phenomenal achievement, and now all those belts, which are just alongside us, obviously, are all up on the line. They're all in the air, as fighters say, and they'll come down on February the 26th and in one man's favour. But I can't wait for this fight. It's a fight we've been looking forward to for a long time. And when we get down to London tomorrow, it will be maybe more Jack's territory. But I think this is very much advantage Josh here, obviously in Edinburgh.
Adam, I'm going to let you get into hosting duties. For those of you that are on the stream, we're just going to have a very short break here of 30 seconds, just waiting for our colleagues at Sky Sports News to join us. But as Adam said, this is set up perfectly. Josh Taylor against Jack Catterall, the undisputed super lightweight titles, 26th of February at the SSE Hydro in Glasgow. 2 unbeatens, Josh Taylor in 18 with 13 wins coming inside the distance. Jack Catterall, El Gato, 26, also with 13 inside the distance. So someone's O has got to go.
Mean the world to me. It doesn't matter where this fight takes place. It could be anywhere in the world. But to come to Scotland, I'm happy to do that in front of Josh's own fans. I think it adds that energy to the fight. So I'm just excited to get up there and take all these belts back down to England.
You've waited patiently. All the work in the gym. You're undefeated. What do you bring to the table that Josh won't have seen before? Because obviously he is a very special fighter.
Of course, Josh has seen all the styles, but he's never fought Jack Catterall. I believe on my day, I prepare the best I can. I can show my level and I can beat Josh.
How important a night is it for England as well? Because obviously he's the Scottish hero, but you want to raise the flag, don't you? You want to really make a mark and put your name in the lights, because it's been a sort of a quiet build for you.
Of course, this is not just a massive fight for Josh, it's a massive fight for Great Britain. And don't get me wrong, there'll be a lot of people travelling up from England to Scotland to make the fight, and I think I'll have a really good army there to support me.
And what weaknesses have you seen in Josh, boxing-wise?
We're not going to go too deep into it now, but me, Jamie and Nigel, we've been studying Josh, we've watched his previous fights. I was over there for the Ramirez fight, so there's certainly stuff we can work on and implement to beat Josh come February 26th.
We all wish we had been over there for the Ramirez fight. It was quite some night. Just reflect on that quickly for us, Josh. You've got those beautiful belts down there, all of them, the first man in the UK to collect all those. Incredible achievement.
Yeah, it was brilliant. You know, it's a lifetime, achievement. My whole career, since I was like 16 years old, 15, 16 years old, dreamt of becoming world champion. Did I believe becoming undisputed world champion was a realistic goal? Probably not, because I always thought it was the superstars of the sport, and I've surpassed those dreams of becoming a world champion and become the UK's first undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. So it's a massive moment and achievement for me. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Yeah.
And now a little bit delayed after the injury. It was going to be next week now, February the 26th, the homecoming. And we all know what a crowd, what an atmosphere we get north of the border. As I mentioned, some of the great fighters we've seen before. It's now your turn to shine. What's it going to be like, and the whole build-up to that week?
Yeah, I'm excited to be back in Scotland. It's the first time boxing at home since I won the title against Baranchek, and I think it was May 2019. So yeah, it's just over 2 years. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've boxed at home. The last couple of years, my last 2 fights have been one in front of no crowd and then one with a very limited crowd. So and no UK fans to travel over to Vegas and that as well. So now I'm back here, homecoming, and
that was a bit of a disappointment for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a big
disappointment.
Big disappointment, but at the same time, it was more special for us as well, because it felt like it was just me and my team, and against the whole world. So yeah, it was a sweet victory. So I'm excited to be back here in the Hydro. The Hydro is a cauldron of an atmosphere. So the fans make it a hell of an atmosphere. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Jack made it out to Vegas. Obviously, he waited his turn. You've honoured that. You're giving him the chance. How highly do you regard him as a challenger?
He's a very good fighter. He's 26-0. He's been knocking on the door for world titles for a couple of years now. He stepped aside to let me fight Ramirez. But it wasn't all the good at his heart. There was method in his madness. He knew that by him being able to step aside, he gets a crack at all the titles. I've worked my backside off to achieve these goals, beat champion after champion, undefeated champion, and this guy's getting a shot at the lottery in one fight. So it's my job to make sure that he doesn't get anywhere near it, and he won't.
Very good fighter. You've been in with other good fighters. You've seen the styles through amateur and professional. Is it a case of you've got to make a statement in February, because there's some huge blockbuster fights on the horizon? We obviously saw Terence Crawford the other week against Sean Porter. Both at super lightweight, at welterweight. There's a ton of names out there for some incredible nights ahead for you. if you get it right.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about that. You know, everybody seems to be asking me what's next after Jack Catterall. They seem to be overlooking Jack. Me and my team are the only people that aren't looking over him. We know he's a very good fighter, dangerous fighter, very talented. So I've learnt from fighters in recent history as well. When they look over their opponents, it all goes wrong. You know, it all goes head over heels. You know, so yeah, it's a fight that I can't afford to look past, and I'm definitely not. I never do that to any of my opponents. So I'm not even want to talk about what's happening next. I've got to get past Jack first. So this is what's got my full attention and focus, and I've said this numerous of times in different interviews.
Consummate professional, Josh Taylor. That's why he has all those belts. Nigel, you and Jamie are the ones that have got to try and take them off him. He's pretty special. How special's Jack?
Jack's very special. I mean, and we know the battle that's going to be ahead. We understand it's going to be a tough ask, but genuinely, we wouldn't be saying it just through words. We feel that Jack has the style to undo Josh Taylor. He's obviously unheralded. It's unheralded what he's done, and it's a fantastic achievement. But it's our job to undo that, and we genuinely believe that he can do it. Jack's. I don't think we've seen the best of Jack Catterall at all. And I believe that we will do come fight night.
What have you seen behind the scenes? Obviously, you've got an absolutely flying stable, some really good fighters. We remember Jamie, obviously, as an incredible southpaw and a fantastic fighter in the early days of Sky Sports. He's become a great trainer. You make a wonderful team. It's a camaraderie there. It's a sort of factory of great fighters. What have you seen with Jack that maybe we haven't?
Well, again, we see it daily, and it's not something that you know we can look at and think it's easy to do. The things that he's doing, it's genuinely amazing, and to train it and be part of that team is special. And to train, if you can't train someone of Jack Catterall's potential, then you shouldn't be in the game. And this kid's got it all, and we do believe that come fight night he'll show that, and he'll show the world, and we do believe he'll shock the world. Nigel,
we've known each other a long time. You love great fights, and this is one, isn't it?
Definitely, and it's a fight that Britain deserves, genuinely. England versus Scotland, it's got the makings of greatness, and we believe it, and we believe it'll happen, and we believe that Jack Catterall will be taking those belts back to England.
It's a fabulous fight. Well, in one corner, Jamie and Nigel in the other. One of the great trainers, certainly in recent times, Ben Davison, fantastic job with so many fighters. But this relationship now you have with Josh is pretty good, isn't it? And he seems to be getting better and better. What's the secret in your gym?
Preparation's key, and I believe that Josh prepares 100% and gets in the ring at 100% on the night. Then this is a potential showcase for Josh, which is exactly what he's looking for in his homecoming. But like any achievement, you have to work for it and you have to earn it. And Josh puts in the preparation, gives himself, 100% focus, and gives Jack the respect that he deserves, because this is a mandatory defence. Jack's earned his way into this position. Then, like I say, I believe it's a potential real showcase performance for Josh.
You've got a real mixture of fighters. Obviously, you started with so much great work with Tyson Fury. He's gone on to become the premier heavyweight in the world. When you got Josh at the beginning, were you excited because you saw in him the potential to be a real superstar of the world of boxing?
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, something that impressed me a lot with Josh at the very beginning was he'd already achieved the goal of world champion. I've seen time and time again, we've all seen it, that fighters win a world title and it's sort of like, they've not got another goal. Josh constantly setting himself new goals. He wanted to become undisputed, and now he's got an opportunity here to, like I say, have a showcase performance, a homecoming, and move on to bigger and better things. But at first, he's got a challenge ahead of him that he's got to take care of. You say a showcase. Is it a sparkling performance you want to see from Josh come February the 26th, something that's going to make the world really sit up and take notice again? Because it's been a while since Ramirez, just a reminder. Yeah, I believe that stylistically, like I say, this if Josh gets it right on a night, it's a potential showcase performance and something that you'll really see Josh's level in. And
propel him to the stage where his profile deserves for it to be.
Thanks, Ben. Boxing all about levels, Jack. You've proved it time and time again. At this level, now you've got to step up. This is a jump up for you, but is it something that you've always felt you can do with the potential that you've been given?
Of course, I've beat everybody domestically. Every challenge that's been put in front of me I've accepted. Got moved to mandatory position for the WBO title, and I've been reaching for that shot for over 2 years now. So, like we said before, we agreed to step aside so Josh could fight Ramirez, and the universe has come tenfold. I don't only get to challenge for the WBO, I get to challenge for all the belts. It is a step up, but it's a step up that I'm ready for.
Is that why you did it? Because you thought he'd win all the belts and then you could have all the treasure come February?
There was always the risk of Josh moving up. If Ramirez would have won, vacating the WBO title, but as a business decision with the team, it made more sense to let Josh fight Ramirez and potentially fight the winner. But we're sat here now, so it's on.
What did you think that night in Vegas in May, watching him?
Josh will tell you, I was there fight week. I was supporting Josh for this fight to be made. So it was a good fight, great fight. We went out there. I spent a couple of weeks in Vegas training. We went to the fight, but yeah, all good.
Now you've got to go and beat him. Have you got the sparring, do you think, to manage that? You've got obviously a number of weeks. It's going to be a very hard Christmas for you as you build up to February. Everything's got to go right in camp, hasn't it?
Yeah, everything's got to go right. We've been, not just this next 11, 12 weeks, I've been working for this fight pretty much all year. We had a little break last week, let the body recover. We go again, we've got all the sparring partners. Every box will be ticked come fight night. There'll be no excuses on my side.
How do you win? And when will you win?
By turning up to the Glasgow February 26th and being Jack Catterall.
On points or by stoppage?
It doesn't matter to me. However them belts come back, I can go up there. If I can stop Josh, happy days. Beat him on points, all good.
Josh, lots of respect, cheering you on in Vegas. He won't be cheering you on in the next few weeks. He'll be working to take your belts, your treasure and everything.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a lot of respect for Jack, he knows that. Vice versa as well, he's got a lot of respect for me. But as of now, you know, he's my enemy. I hate his guts. You know, I'm ready to go out here and fight him. You know, I'm not his friend now. But having said that, I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a great guy, and you know, this side we put the fondness aside now, and it's all business and getting towards a fight. You know, the mindset changes towards Jack now. And I'm just ready to get in there already. You know, I'm ready to get in there already. You know, if the fight was next week, I'd be ready.
I know a lot of people are talking about beyond February. You don't want to. You want to concentrate on that. But there is the pressure from Top Rank, from Sky and everyone that you're going to be the star, that you're going to have these big fights and nights ahead. Do you think that just adds to it, or you take that in your stride? I
just take it with a pinch of salt. I don't listen to any of it. You know, I've got my own goals, you know, and I know I've got goals and ambitions to become a two-weight world champion, which is what I want to do. Once I take care of Jack and do it in good fashion, is which is what I believe I'm going to do. I'll move up to welterweight and challenge for a weight up there and become a two-weight world champion. But I take all that with a pinch of salt. It's I've got a massive fight here in front of Jack. Jack's in front of me. He's trying to take my belts, and if it doesn't go well, that's all that out the window. You know, it's back to the drawing board and see what happens next. So. All that, forget about that. Stop asking me about that. I hope everybody stops asking me about what's happening next. Jack Catterall's happening next.
Exemplary attitude. I will ask you how the fight goes. Do you win on points or by stoppage? Is it your time to shine here?
I don't know, but we'll see what comes. If the stoppage is there, I'll take it. You know, I'm a good finisher. When someone's hurt, I'll take it. But I'm not going to go out looking for it. As long as I get the W, which I believe I will, and the belts stay here and they're not going anywhere.
You're taking the belts back to Lancashire?
They're coming back to Chorley.
No question?
No question.
And for you, they're tucked up at home?
Keep dreaming.
Fantastic, exemplary attitude, wonderful respect. Great to see that, isn't it? 44 wins between them, undefeated, the undisputed champion at 10 stone in Josh Taylor, and the challenger in Jack Catterall, undefeated in 26. It's a fantastic fight. It's live and exclusive on Sky Sports on February the 26th. The boys will do one more head-to-head down here in front of us right now. Then they'll be around for any one-on-ones for the press. And let's remind you, tomorrow we all decamp and we're down in London. So join us in London for the second leg of this media tour. Thank you very much for coming, guys, and thank you, both of you, for your words.